It's a content creator, and her name is, let me give her credit, Heidi Rosario. She has a little over 1,000 subscribers. So if y'all go over there and check her out and then tell her that Anton from AntonDaniels.com sent you, and show her some love. I don't know her. I've never seen her before. She popped up on my algorithm, and I thought that the title of the video would be interesting. So this is the first time that I'm seeing it. Her name is Heidi, Heidy Rosario. If y'all want to go and check out her content, she look kind of cute on the low though. What's up with all of these girls with these different color eyes? So anyways, she's basically saying, the title of the video is that watch this before you pursue content creation. Watch this before you quit your job and pursue content creation. All right. So we're going to go ahead and rock out with this. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Before you quit your job, please watch this video. Hey guys, my name is Heidi, and if there's one thing you should know about me is that I am a really high risk taker. I'm in my 20s, I don't have a husband, I don't have kids, and I'm willing to risk it all because quite frankly, I just don't have much to lose. Early last year, there was a Delulu trend where we were all encouraging each other to be a little more delusional in life. And as someone who's already delusional to begin with, I became even more delusional after listening to all these TikToks online. And it's a big reason why I got off social media. And this month actually marks 5 months off of TikTok and Instagram. But that's another story for another time.
She got so discouraged at the stuff that they told her, lying to her on TikTok and Instagram, that she decided to completely quit the platforms for the next 5 months.
If you want to know more about that, I have a video on that as well. But I became extra delusional and decided to quit my job exactly this time last year. I was a full-time server and had been promoted to become a bartender and started making more money. And so I saved some more cash and decided to quit my job to pursue content creation full-time because that was my ultimate dream since I was in high school. I saved up 3 months of expenses, which, like I said, really high risk takers. So 3 months for me was just enough. And I decided to go full force on my business. I was very bullish and thought, if I just had more time, I can make this successful. I can make more videos. I can contact more people and find new clients so I can make content for them. I could be a freelancer and grow my influence. And I just was very, very optimistic, as I always am. But this time it was just a little scarier because my life sort of depended on it. I live with roommates, and so I still have to pay my part of the rent. I still need to eat. I need to pay my bills. I still had loans to pay off and student loans to pay off. And I still had my bills, like they weren't going anywhere. It wasn't like I was totally debt free. I still had my car loan. And so quitting my job wasn't the best move financially. But I thought, like I said, if I just have more time to focus on my content, that I could actually make this work.
Let me say this. First, let me give her a round of applause. And I'm giving her a round of applause because she identified, for 2 reasons. The first reason that I'm giving her a round of applause is because she self-admitted that she was delusional. And I'm glad that she's saying this out loud because it's a lot of people that get delusional about what it is that we do here. Or it's not even just what we do as content creators. It's also being an entrepreneur. Because everybody tells everybody to just start a business without any additional context. And I think that everybody should have a business. But that's the reason why we break it down inside of the Patreon and the Bag Chasers as to the context behind why you should start a business. Not necessarily just to quit your job and start a business. It's funny because people still laugh at me for still holding on to my regular job, even though I am doing incredibly well. And everybody that's inside of the Bag Chasers know exactly how much I make per year. You know how much I generate per year. It's not even a secret. All of my receipts, my accounts. I even give y'all some clues and show y'all some of my accounts and stuff on the Millionaire Morning Show. All of my receipts, what I make, my 1099s, my 1040s, my brokerage accounts. You know what I make. You know what I do. You know what I generate. It's not a secret. But because I make so much, a lot of people think that, oh, man, you should be balling. Well, listen, if you understood and you knew what you was doing, and you would be in my position, but you're not. Okay? And so because I like to have multiple streams of income, 8 right now, Why wouldn't I keep that as long as I'm continuing to be successful? That's number one. The reason why I'm giving her some credit is that she self-admitted and she said that she was delusional. All right. The second reason why I'm giving her some credit is because she's failing forward and she's learning from her mistakes. And she's doing it early enough where it won't affect her and she won't suffer. So when people fail, a lot of times it's not always a failure, it's just a learned lesson. And so I applaud her for being honest. I applaud her for being transparent, but I also applaud her for taking a risk at a time where she won't be as affected and the stakes is not as high because you then have people depending on you. You got a husband, you got kids, you got whatever, and you still being delusional. Because now she's learning the lessons, right? Failure is not a bad thing. Taking a risk is not a bad thing. But learning from it and then becoming better as a result of it is the blessing. And so I got to give her some credit. And I'm going to give her credit on the third thing of her being honest and transparent about her journey and not just selling people on a lie.
I was exhausted. I was a bartender working at night and I was working on my content during the day, but I just felt like I just didn't want to keep doing this hustle life anymore. I just wanted to live out my dream. And I thought to myself, if I really need to find a job and if this doesn't work out, I can easily just go back and find a bartending job anywhere because they're always hiring. And the first few months I was bartending, I honestly was just trying to replenish my savings and just get back on track.
So she was able to get back to her job after she failed as a content creator. And it looks like now she's starting to have some level of success because I'm reacting to her video as a content creator.
And make up for all of the mistakes, financial mistakes I made when I had quit my job. I also didn't have a fully funded emergency fund. And as we all heard, not having an emergency fund is an emergency. And so I was really living off the edge here. And I had a backup plan. Like if worst comes to worst, I need to live with my mother or I need to ask my dad for money. But I honestly don't want to do that. I don't want to resort to having to rely on other people.
Go home, y'all. I ain't even talking to her. I'm talking to y'all in this video. If you in your 20s, go home. You ain't got no husband. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got none of that. Go home, bro. You could take more risks. You could have more support. You get more insight. Again, her name is Heidi Rosario. Go home. Go home. Ain't nothing wrong with going home and pushing. I don't expect my daughter to leave my household. Listen, even when my daughter get married, I don't expect for them to have to do nothing. I don't expect for my daughter and her husband, when she eventually grows up and get married, for them to have to do anything. They can stay with me forever. They never, ever have to move out, ever. As a matter of fact, I'll probably gift them a place to live. And pay for the wedding because that's just what fathers do. Yeah, I'll gift her, we'll gift her a place to live and pay for the wedding, whatever. We always preparing and everything like that. But there's nothing wrong with staying home as long as possible to put yourself in the best position as possible. You do not have to be independent. You do not have to be independent. I don't know why y'all women want to struggle. I don't know why people want to struggle. I don't know why people want to struggle. Why do y'all have to be independent or want to hit my phone? Go home. Go home.
And as I'm getting older and thinking about my future, thinking about having a husband or having kids and building up my future, I really thought to myself, like, I can't just like have this traveler, backpacker, high risk taker mindset anymore. And I'm not saying that's like what every traveler or backpacker person is like. I'm just saying for me, like, I'm just so free spirited and so like, like God will provide and like everything will be okay. And
God's got some lessons for
although
you.
It's true, like I just value security so much more now after living a life of no security whatsoever. And so this year, like I feel like I just shifted into a brand new person because all I can think about is like, do I have a savings account? Do I have an emergency fund? Like do I have an income coming in, like a steady income coming in every single week? And now I can't like quit my job without knowing, like, do I have another one lined up? And so my mindset has totally shifted because I no longer feel the need to be delusional like that anymore. And yes, I still have my dreams and hopes of becoming a successful YouTuber and travel creator. But I'm
She will
also
be.
trying to find peace and
I'm pretty sure she
accept
will
the
be.
fact that the reality is that we still have to work and play and be a part of the system and work our way around it until we can provide for ourselves. Instead of like complaining about, I guess, our 9 to 5s or our current jobs, maybe find something that you still find enjoyable and you could wake up every day and go to work and enjoy it. And then also have another side hustle or business you're growing, but still enjoying both of them. And I think that's the key when you are someone who is embarking on the entrepreneurship journey. So I am currently at a new restaurant, Italian restaurant, bartending, and
Back to the
I
drawing
do
board,
love my
baby.
job, but I started feeling the same way a few weeks ago like I did last year, and that's kind of what inspired me to create this video because I was working full time and I had that tiny little thought of like, I really want to quit my job. I just had the itch. She came back. Instead of being there full time, I decided to cut back on the hours and be part time only because I know even if I work there part time, I could still afford to pay all of my bills. But I also was thinking about looking into sort of like the corporate world and seeing if I could find some sort of job in finance or accounting or some sort of businessy 9 to 5 job. And I considered doing that because I have a degree in international business and I wanted to sort of use it to get more money now.
She has a degree in international business, but she's working in a restaurant and she's bartending. And there's nothing wrong with working in a restaurant and bartending. But I guess one of the things that I'm asking is just why do y'all go into these degree programs when you don't actually have a blueprint for how you want your life to be? Who picks international business but don't actually go into international business whenever they graduate? I don't even know what international business. What does that do? What is an international business degree? What does that leapfrog you into? Politics? Lesson number 2, actually pick something that's going to make you money when you go to college. Lesson number 3, content creation is hard and you have to eat what you kill. See, everybody is selling you this narrative like, oh man, you could just be a content creator and that's the end of it. Man, listen, bro. I don't think that people realize that being a content creator is basically running your own business. And then also on top of that, you competing against other people and you only eat what you kill. And so all of these lazy people or you want to do it when you want to and all of this stuff, nah. Nope. Because you're going to compete with people like me that don't sleep. You're going to compete. Listen, you look at the cars and all of that stuff. Man, listen, you're going to compete with people like me that don't sleep. And it may not be what you think it is. It may not go the way that you think it's going to go. I'm just telling you. And I ain't even just talking about content creation. I'm talking about life in general. People think that it's easy. Look, I've always encouraged people, do not quit your job. Let me say it again. So you remember all of them homeless people that we did in the beginning of the show? And it was Hollywood and all of that stuff? All of those people in the beginning of the show that was homeless, a lot of those people had a dream. And they ran out to LA. Remember that the little big boy, the big boned boy? The big boned boy that was singing in the school plays and he had all his meat on his face and stuff like that. And when he got out there, he was all skinny and laying on the streets. He had dreams. That's why he went out to LA. That's why he moved from the Midwest, East Coast over to LA. He went out there thinking that it was sweet and it ate him alive because everybody not built for that. Everybody not built for it. And so when what I tell people, and people get mad at me for saying this, but I'm gonna tell you that I did tell you on a Thursday. Do not quit your job. If it's that meaningful to you, then do your job in order to make sure that you survive and then also be able to lower your lifestyle and then do it after you get home. Instead of going out to party, instead of going out to the bars, instead of spending time with friends that ain't adding no value into your life, instead of doing a bunch of Netflixing and chilling, get to work. Hustle, grind, get it. And if you don't see that as a viable option, then that means that you're not dedicated enough to your craft and you're not going to be successful at it anyway. You do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. And then when that thing becomes so successful that you can't keep your job, see, that's my biggest thing. People say, well, why haven't you quit that crazy job that pay you a crazy amount of money in time? Because when it overwhelms me so much to where I can't even entertain the possibility of holding on to that extra piece of income, then that's when I walk away. But as long as I can get every single dollar benefit, life insurance, earning savings, employee stock purchase program, 401ks, all of that stuff, healthcare coverage, I'm getting all of it. I want every single thing, everything. If what I got going on is so overwhelming to where one of them start conflicting with each other, then that's when I start having a conversation with myself. And I have that conversation probably every 6 months. Y'all see me have a conversation right here on this platform. I'm like, oh man, they trying to get me to come into the office. I might have to quit. Oh man, I don't know. It's not making sense no more. And then I wind up just go ahead and giving it back in because I'm like, skip it. They just gonna have to get rid of me. They got to get rid of me. I got that good health care. I got that good insurance. My wife, listen, y'all know my wife just went through a bunch of procedures and all of that stuff, all of that junk taken care of. 100% of it taken care of. Nothing out of pocket. No, none of that. Why use my money when I'm going to use their money? That's part of the package. That's part of my compensation package. The bonuses that I just got, literally just got a bunch of bonuses. Why would I leave that money on the table? You crazy. You smoking crack. Not me.
So that I could fully fund my travels and my travel content business. So I'm currently in this, in the stage of trying to see if I could find another job or if that's the right decision, if that's going to take up way too much of my time and energy. I'm still debating because I kind of want to, join the corporate life, but I also kind of just want to stick to food and beverage and build my business. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I also did just do something pretty huge. I did join a travel agency as a travel advisor, which I am so excited for this new chapter. Though I'm an independent contractor and technically I'm still like on my own and building a business, I love that I'm a part of a community. I love that we have webinars and Zoom calls and there's something going on in the forum every single day and I can connect with people. And I just love having that sense of community, which is something I definitely felt like I wanted to be a part of. As well as working at the restaurant, I love my coworkers. I love working there. And I think I just wanted to work there less because it is strenuous work.
It's too much feeling in there. I've seen everything that I need to see here. It's too much feeling in there. She cute. She'll be all right because she's still cute. She's young, but she's cute. But if you want to be a business owner in any capacity, whether it's whatever you're doing or content, whatever it is, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's not going to be easy. I want you to understand what you get to see. Listen, I'm never going to tell you something that's not true. I'm going to tell you the honest, can you be successful? Absolutely you can. But you definitely going to have to work your butt off. Ain't no days off. Ain't no days off. Ain't no light work or whatever. Otherwise, go ahead and get you a man, get married, get a regular job. Y'all go and combine your income, get your little house with the white picket fence, get a dog, get a kid, and live happily ever after. But if you're trying to change the world, or you trying to impact people, or you trying to make, a complete difference, it's different. It's different. It's hard. And nobody deserves anything. You're going to get what you earn. You're going to eat what you kill. All right? So that's just some advice. I think that was an interesting video. And I thought that would be something great to end the show with.